Good evening. It's just coming up to about 5:30. It's Simon Holden, the Sheriff of Tippingham, in front of the winner's wave wall, and it's HHV, the judge. Good evening, Judge. How are you, mate?
Yes, good, mate. Thank you very much. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Although I have to say, Judge, you are on a winning streak of 4 now in these battles.
Yes, yeah, you've got to pull your finger up. You know, it's
I have, mate. Yeah,
so have I,
pull
mate. Really, got to find a winner. Keep getting the seconds at the
Yeah,
moment.
I think we had second and third again last year.
Yeah, that's right.
Last week. Feels like a year.
It seems like last year.
Yeah. With Cheltenham coming up, everything just merges into one, does it not?
It does,
but
mate. It does.
We have got a very interesting race for you tomorrow, folks. It's the 140 at Newbury, 3 mile 2, class 2. It's the bet in running on racing at Bet Victor Veterans Handicap Chase, leg 3 of the Veterans Chase series. I didn't know there was a Veterans Chase series, but this is leg 3 of it. Not a huge field, Judge, as they always say, small but select, and we can have a little look at them. There are 5 runners on Friday on what looks like it's going to be good ground. Now, Newbury's raced there today, and it has looked very, very decent ground indeed. Small fields, sadly, and not massive fields tomorrow. So I think we're going to have a couple of win bets and see if we can get you the winner of this between us. Now, Mr. Malarkey heads to field at 15-8. There's only a few firms gone up. So if you're watching this later tonight, you may see that the whole odds check has gone up. You might get bigger prices. But as it stands at time of recording, Mr. Malarkey's 15-8 favourite. We've then got Cyclop, a winner last time out. He's second in at 100-30. Clock Cap is third in at 9-2. We've got Darasha Counter at 11-2, and Larry at 5-1. Now, Judge, these veterans races, I'll come to you first. They are interesting in a way because we see horses that we've known for in these cases many years. We've seen them come back year after year. Public build up a relationship with them. You've got to look at their overall form as well as the recent form. You've got horses in here who've won big races and challenged at the top. They're obviously not what they were, but this is still a good race, a decent pot. It kicks us off at Newbury tomorrow. What are your thoughts on the race in general?
Well, we've actually got 2 old Hennessy winners in this, haven't we? You know, actually of yesteryear. They're probably Ladbroke Trophy or the Coral, whatever it's called these days, in Darasha Counter and Cloth Cap. And they're 2 horses that certainly from yesteryear's form would be absolutely bolting up in races like this. I do like these veteran races because I think what tends to happen is the veterans they're not quite so well handicapped, even if they're running off their exact marks against younger horses. They're always bumping into something that's slightly better handicapped. And when they run in these veterans races, it gives them a chance of winning, doesn't it? You know, so even though if they're running off 140, you tend to need to probably in an ordinary handicap against younger horses, you're probably going to have to run to a bit more above your mark than you would do if you was running against the same age group. And I do know 10-year-olds on the whole have got a very good record in this because obviously they're the least exposed horses. And obviously there's a couple in this. The favourite is obviously one of them, Mr. Malarkey, who since he's actually changed stables and gone to the bandy yard, he's actually been pretty consistent apart from one run. But he's a bit short for me. I mean, especially when I'm going to come to my selection. My old boy here has got massive weight pulls and has actually beat it twice over course and distance. So for me, I think he's a little bit short. And I've got to do the obvious joke here. So I think Cyclops is not one to keep an eye on. I think he's 12 now. I think he's pretty short in the betting. So he's the one I probably like the least out of the 5 runners, the second favourite. So really, we've spoken about Darasha Counter and Cloth Cap. Larry is the first time in a veterans chase, which is a big positive. He would be my next one in, but my main selection in this has to be Cloth Cap. John Joe O'Neill's stable going reasonably well at the moment. This horse loves this particular course and distance. It's running the old Hennessy twice, winning it by miles one year and coming 6th another. And that was only a year and a half ago where he absolutely thrashed Mr. Malarkey, and he's got his £25 better off with him. So you know, on that, I know Mr. Malarkey comes on the back of a good run coming second. And you could say, well, Clough Cap was a disappointing run at Donny, but his previous run over the Grand National fences was pretty good, mate, wasn't it? When it ran in the Beecher, finishing 6th, especially against, you know, good horses like Ashdown Lad and horses like that, that we've been talking about possible running well in Pertemps finals. This is definitely a drop in grade for the horse, and I think he deserves to be sort of second favourite, to be honest. And I think it's I think around 9 to 2, 5 to 1. He's worth a small win bet. So Cloth Cap.
I think completely agree with you. It's not that long ago, Judge, that Cloth Cap was a short price favourite for the Grand National.
No.
He was also talked about that the year he won the Hennessy, and it probably was the Hennessy then, is that long ago, that there was
Yes.
almost a little media campaign to get John Joe and Trevor Hemmings, the late Trevor Hemmings, to enter him in the Gold Cup.
Yeah.
So we're talking about a seriously capable horse, got himself very badly handicapped. Like you, I put a line through that last time. I'm very, very surprised at this market. I cannot understand how Mr. Malarkey is 15 to 8 and Cloth Cap's 5 to 1, given you're right that their respective form, where Cloth Cap has given him weight and an absolute smashing, and yet gets a lot of weight and is 2.5 times the price. So I really can't work that out. I mean, Mr. Malarkey, it's a long time since he won. He was beaten in the neck by Musical Slave, but would you fancy Musical Slave in this race, Judge?
Not a 15 to 8, I wouldn't, to be honest. No.
Well, sorry, equivalent price,
similar. You know, I mean, I'd like to say everything has a price, but I agree with you. I think that is slightly below the level of. I mean, okay, if Mr. Malarkey had run in the Beecher Chase, where would you have finished in that? You know, so that's the sort of thing.
Yeah. It wasn't a great. I think this market. I actually think it's an upside down market. I think it's got it completely wrong.
Yeah, I do.
Cyclop again. Yeah, he ended a sequence of, you know, decent bits of form. I do like David Dennis. I do like Theo Gilliard. I know he's only got 10-8 in real terms. He won at Musselburgh, but again, I don't think that was much of a race at all compared to the form of the others. Darasha Counter, you know, he's been running it. He hasn't missed many dances, has he? I mean, all right, he fell last time. But before that, he's been turning up at really competitive open handicaps and running to a decent level.
Yeah.
I do think he's too big as well. Cloth Cap, like you, I'm a huge fan of the horse. Could be a last for hurrah for him.
Yeah.
But I come to my selection. I cannot understand why this is the outsider of the lot. And that's Larry for the Moors. Now, last time out was 7th, beaten 19 lengths behind Castle Robin in a chase at Sandown. But Judge, that was a very, very strong race. We come to his form. I mean, I think a reproduction of that form off marker 136 in what was a really well-run race on similar ground, I think he'll be bang there. The time before that, he was 6 of 14, beaten 13 lengths by Remastered in, again, what was a very, very strong competitive race, a Class 2 handicap. You had like Remastered winning it. It was a race we looked at. Your Darling was 5th, just in front of Larry. I mean, Your Darling's been one of the handicap talking horses of the whole year. You had Smarty Wild in there, Tile Tapper. That's very strong form. The time before that, he ran at Ascot in a Class 3 chase, and he ran them ragged, beating Smarty Wild again. Bob Hope or No Hope, which was a big talking horse on the day.
That's come out and won since, hasn't it?
That's come out and won. You had Regal Encore, Cap the Lily, El Presente, Head to the Stars, all these really solid open handicap horses. I cannot believe, Judge, that this horse is 5 to 1 tomorrow. I would have him in at about 100 to 30. I really, really would.
Yeah.
I think the ground won't be a problem. I think the yard will fancy this. I think the very fact that they've entered him in his first veterans chase, is almost a tip in itself. He's just come the right age for it. You're right, 10-year-olds have got a huge advantage. I mean, the bleeding obvious logic is that they're younger horses and they've just got in, so they're likely to be far less on the decline than the elder horses.
Yeah.
As I say, unless I'm missing something huge, I just think this market is wrong. He's 5-1 with Bet365 and William Hill. We know it's a gambling yard. I think if they fancy him, I think he'll go off threes. And if he's in the form of when he won at Ascot, I don't think they'll say which way he's gone, Judge. So a confident win bet for me on Larry at fives. But yours would be the danger cloth cap. I will try and speak properly.
It's funny, it's an hard one to say, isn't it, for some reason?
Yeah. He is a class act. Trying to say cloth cap and class was beyond me. Right, to slow right down. Yeah, and again, I'll say it. I think this is an upside down market. I think that the more likely winners are at the top end, and that's great.
That's the sort of race you wouldn't be having a bet in, really, isn't it?
I'm missing the market.
No, not those prices. You know, I think it's the day if Mr. Malarkey was 5 or 6 to 1, you'd be going, well, I'll give him a chance. You know, but not 15 to 8. And obviously, I do like it with yours. It's the first time in a veterans race. That's a quite decent angle, to be fair. And it's almost like a grade and a half drop as well in class.
Yeah.
So and he's been running consistent. So he's definitely the main danger. But I couldn't resist cloth cap because especially with his course form, and even with Larry, you do go back. It has actually got course form. It's got a good second over the course, so it's not like it's got no. Its best form has been at Ascot. I think there's all Sandown, but I think it's got a good run at Newbury on its card. I wouldn't put you off that at all, Matt. I think Dutching the 2, you can't go far wrong this week.
Can't go wrong. I think we could have the winner between us, and like you
I'll
say,
be disappointed if we don't this week.
In Larry's case, it's all right looking and saying, "Oh, the horse was 6 last time." In the context of this race, being 6 in a screaming hot Saturday handicap,
is
very, very strong.
Yeah, it's right.
So we got to look that little bit deeper. And I would argue that his 6th is stronger form than Mr. Malarkey's 2nd in a
veterans race. So
but he didn't even win.
Well, yeah, exactly, and he's gone up. Don't forget, he's gone up for getting beat.
Yeah.
And you've gone down you've gone down. So, in theory, your run could be just as good.
Yeah. So 2 confident win bets there, Dutcham, and let's hope we get the winner for you. So, Judge, you looking forward to tomorrow? Busy day, mate.
Oh, mate, yeah. So, I am actually. It's not bad cards. Obviously, you've got your pre-Cheltenham blues going on. Obviously, I've had a nice winner today, which is a good start. I need one more tonight for a double, which would be a lovely start to the weekend. But that'd be nice. But I think Kelso, there's a couple of decent bets on the card there. Newbury's okay. Funny enough, there's got a Newbury Gold Cup there tomorrow, haven't you? You've got old Zanza running against the other old thing, the 2 Newbury specialists. The Virgil O'Brien, I think it's the Virgil O'Brien, also the top horse. I mean, that's going to be a good race tomorrow.
And a big up to all our Scottish viewers, because Kelso is their real big day of the year, isn't it?
Absolutely,
Big hurdle race. And they put that bonus on again, I think, for anybody who wins that.
Yes. I think it's 100 grand for Cheltenham, isn't it? Or certainly 50.
And Emmett Mullins appears to have taken the bait and he's running his one. I'd take note of that. Great race.
You've got to respect that, but that does look quite short to me on what I'm looking at.
Remember the old shunter having a go at doing that.
That's right. And then when it won over the fences, didn't it, at Cheltenham after winning the hurdle race there?
And the winner, of course, the Brian Ellison horse, Cormier, goes back again. So that'd be a great race.
That's a good race. That is.
Donny. Check out Judge's service tomorrow, people. If you're in it, I'm sure it'll be another big day. And I will be back on Sunday morning. But let's hope a couple of veterans, Judge.
A couple of veterans.
A winner of the veterans race for you. So have a great day, folks. Keep it HFC. Check out the Judge. We'll be back on the Judge's channel on Monday, giving you a look at, what's going to be a busy weekend. And then, would you believe it, a week on Tuesday.
Let's build up to Cheltenham, really, then, isn't it?
Yeah, we are on the cusp of the greatest 4 days race of the whole year. Keep it HFC. Judge, have a good one. And as always, mate, if mine doesn't win, I hope yours does. But
be lucky you.
Mine, Be lucky, everyone. Cheers, mate. All the best.
Bye, mate. Bye.